because I want to just like tweak.
By the time this video gets out there, there's probably going to be even more. But with a brand new multi-million page Epstein data dump, I wanted to dive in and look at
And this is 5 days ago.
damaging stuff that we have, and also talk about just how badly the government screwed up, because it is bad, like historically bad levels of incompetence. Let's start with this, because we absolutely need the context. This is Todd Blanche, former personal lawyer for Donald Trump, who is now Deputy Attorney General of the United States. On January 30th, 2026, Blanche took the stage for a massive press conference unveiling that the DOJ and the FBI would be releasing about 3.5 million pages of new Epstein Files.
Y'all heard that number though? Those many files that's on this one man is getting released. Mind you, bro. This dude had Bill Clinton, Trump, our president that we got today, y'all. We got this man today. Our president as today was hanging around Epstein. The shit that they was doing on that island is nuts.
As required by congressional law. The important part is at about 4 minutes and 10 seconds in, where he discusses the redaction guidelines and bloviates at length about how strict the criteria was, how hard their staff worked on these redactions, and how nothing was being withheld on the basis of national security.
Nah, there's more.
Actually listened to him
There's
and
more.
took his words at face value.
There's so much
which
more.
Absolutely should not do. This is the most transparent administration ever. The quality of their work is unimpeachable, and the redactions that they made were only to protect victim information.
He's probably on the island too.
Sadly, that is a lie. Over the course of today's video, I'll go through a series of examples in an effort to give as comprehensive a look as I can so far for this file.
It's like, bro,
At the end of it all, I
what
want
they was
everyone to
doing,
consider
bro?
the question.
This
Is the current
nuts.
governing administration in the United States telling the truth? Here we go. Item number 1, which is actually 2 documents.
Okay, let's read. It says, President Trump, while performing oral S, the friend was allegedly hit in the face after she laughed about biting President Trump. The friend, she said, was also by Epstein. Reported she has a friend who was a personal assistant to Epstein in Florida. From 1986 until 1991 or 1992. This friend shared names of some of the guests at Epstein's parties, to include Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Copy and paste? Copy and paste what? Oh. Copy and paste what? The text? Oh, you heard they hiding some of it? Bro, they might be hiding some of it, bro. I see. At age 16, while modeling, Caller attended 8 parties at Epstein. Oh, by the way, I was talking to my friend today, and some of the girls went on there, I guess Epstein or Donald Trump's wife is like the founder of Victoria's Secret. So she inviting them, saying, hey, yeah, come to this thing and do like this like routine or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Knowing that they going there to get, yeah. And it's nasty, bro. This nigga disgusting. He disgusting, man.
In this case, EFTA.
Wait, hold on. At age 16, while remodeling, Caller attended 8 parties at Epstein's New York residence. On one occasion, Caller reported she was accidentally assaulted by Epstein. On another occasion, two twin brothers, Alan and Orrin, lured Caller and her friend upstairs, but they escaped back downstairs. Caller stated Orrin R-worded her best friend, and the third brother, Tal, R-worded a 14-year-old girl named blank. Caller named other individuals involved in big orgy. I'm not gonna say the real word. Orgy parties with her other girls and other Victoria's Secret models. See, you see what I'm talking about? Including Bill Clinton and Donald Trump. Online, Complainant reported she was a victim and witness to a S trafficking ring at the Trump golf course in Rancho. I'm not gonna read all of it, but you know, if you want to pause and read some, go ahead. But these niggas nasty, bro.
A01660679 and EFTA 01660651. These documents show a collection of insane allegations.
Bro, and whoa. Follow up after a call with NYPD. Officer regarding her previous report that she was forced to perform a S acts when she was 13 years old and pregnant in 1984.
Against Donald Trump.
Wow.
These come from the NTOC, National Threat Operations Center at the FBI, which is where they process and vet public tips. And some of them are very obviously marked as not credible. Others are flagged as no contact made after attempting to follow up with the caller. But here and there, you start finding that some of these reports resulted in a, quote, lead being sent to conduct interviews. Obviously, I can't comment on the authenticity.
Yeah, so it was like
overall.
the Victoria, like they was going there to like
more important
be a model for Victoria's Secret. When they was going there for some other shit, bro. It was nasty.
Decision making when it came to these redactions. Look at these two documents. Separate files, sure, but not always different content. Quote, complainant was spoken to and deemed not credible. Additional research showed 3 separate.
And on top of that, y'all, it was like hundreds and hundreds of girls going there. And out of that, like 30 of them escaped, or like 50 of them escaped. And the thing is, some of them might be, some might get hush money and say, shh, don't tell. Or some might have just planned out, you know, just either just ripped, you know, RIP. All that, bro. And it's just like so nasty.
Blank, and then it's all redacted. However, this file isn't. The rest of the sentence says, quote, incidents involving police which requested in mandatory psychiatric evaluations, end quote. That right there, although small in a vacuum, is the very first example in a massive, massive pattern. A pattern where the DOJ
I wonder what the
blacks
is. This is what I call a good title.
Have no legal right to hold, and things that may in fact matter a great deal. We just don't really have the ability to know because we. He's
just nasty, bro. Like I can't believe
they literally redacted the word "none" in this file, and you can straight up read some of the other redactions because they're not sent properly. It's a joke. Even still, keeping in mind that the goal here is to analyze everything as objectively as possible, we need to do a bit of a fact check because despite
and also I want to talk about it, right, y'all. Now, I just joined in the stream. It's called the Epstein Files. This shit. Bro, he nasty, like, bro. And the thing about it is, right, y'all, I feel like he's still alive. I feel like he's still alive. And the thing is about it is, right, he is so powerful that he was able to get away with all this shit. I mean, what's good, J Wall? He was able to get away with all this shit. I mean, everything. Jeffrey Epstein was able to get away with all of this. Not one arrest that he was under arrest. He didn't get arrested once. Right? He died. He was born in 1953. He died at the age 66 in 2019. I think they got an autopsy for him and stuff, right? I seen it. But the thing is, y'all, my mind is second guessing it because it's like he's so powerful that the nigga can just change his whole appearance. He can change everything about himself. He can erase Jeffrey Epstein out his whole shit and become a different person. Body surgery, facial structure surgery, name change, all that. What up, Dream? As a fun fact, you could just copy the redacted text and paste it somewhere else so you can read it. They can't even censor it right.
Viral social media claims all over the place. These two
and Trump. Oh my God! And let's not talk about Trump, our president, man. Bro. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I'm logged into my X on here. If I can find it, y'all, this shit's crazy. I read it in school. This shit's crazy. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Cause, bro. Oh, thank you for the star. Holy shit, thank you, Laura. And don't okay, right? Don't y'all know about like? Don't y'all know how like you got like people who do like they get like a big feast, right? Have you ever seen like a Thanksgiving feast on like in a movie or something like a big feast, and like you got like the pig. Oh my god, thank you for the gift again. You got like the pig, like the whole pig though, but it's like it's cooked. It's cooked to brownness, to crispiness, all this and that, y'all. I swear to God, y'all, I saw a picture of a human. I saw a picture of a human just like that, and Donald Trump was at the table. Um, Donald Trump was at the table. He was at the table. All them niggas at the table. And the thing is, y'all, they keep blocking out the pictures and all this and that, but I'm sorry, we gonna have to see this. We gonna have to see it at some point. We gotta see it. Uzi, I'm gonna send you the animation channel on Discord. I finally made something like I bet Jeff, I bet. Send it to me. And it's like, y'all, what the fuck? Hold on. Files. Let me see if I can find the files. It's something I read. I read it. Something I read. Okay, if I can't find it, I'm gonna just tell y'all. It said on the file that Epstein would get bring children in, put them on auction, right? He will put them on auction. Donald Trump would take his finger and he will insert his finger inside the vulva or the girl area, and he would check their tightness. He would check to see how tight they are. And then I guess depending on the tightness, I guess he would send it to certain people. What the fuck?
Two files were not actually pulled down or deleted immediately after publication. There were some 404 errors displayed on the DOJ website briefly, but they were ultimately resolved within minutes, I think, actually, and the files are now clearly visible again. I'm not sure why that happened. The sheer amount of traffic may very well have played a part, as people flooded into the directory specifically searching for those particular files, and it's entirely possible that the DOJ panicked, deleted them, and then reinstated them, like they appear to have done previously with a different batch of files. But this time I honestly see no indication of that happening. This time it feels like
nasty,
a
bro.
Glitch. Do you want to know what isn't a glitch? This right here, an FD 302 victim interview, which is mostly redacted, clearly protecting certain perpetrator names.
That's a lot of shit blocked out.
Alongside the potential victims. But even from what we see unredacted, quote, Maxwell presented blank to Trump, and they had...
Okay. Maxwell took blank to a party in New York. Maxwell seemed very excited that there would be a lot of great men for blank to meet blank. Felt that Maxwell presented her and gave a rundown of blank. Accolades similar to a CV. Maxwell presented blank to Trump and they had a conversation for approximately 20 minutes. Blank was invited to a Mar-a-Lago where she was given a tour by Trump with Epstein, and Maxwell presented nothing happened between blank and Trump. By the things that Maxwell said, it was made clear that blank was available. Maxwell said things like, "Oh, I think he likes you. Aren't you lucky? This is great." What the fuck does that mean? There was a article that came out with blank, and Trump blank thought she was around 22 years old. She was given suggestions on things to wear. Maxwell said things like, "Oh, he'll like that. He doesn't like that." It was set up very much like how Maxwell introduced blank to Epstein.
A conversation for approximately 20 minutes. Blank was invited to Mar-a-Lago, where she was given a tour by Trump with Epstein and Maxwell present.
Think y'all, it was a YouTuber. He went there. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. He went there. He went to the island, or he visited it, and somebody said, "Oh, his neighbor or somebody." He was like, "I'm finna go to the Epstein Island, or I'm finna go to Epstein's Island and this and that." He was like, "Oh, I've been there before." We just got niggas roaming around that been there. They eating kids. What up? Probably what else are they doing? They damn near probably summoned demons on that island. They damn near did everything. Also, they did blood rituals too. What the fuck? uh, guys, guy goes to visit Epstein. Who was it? I think it was this nigga. Was it him? I don't know. It was some dude. He just nasty, bro.
Nothing happened between
Yeah,
Blank and Trump.
yes, bro.
The things that
Yes, bro. They was
said
eating kids,
made
nigga. They
clear
was
that
eating
Blank
humans.
was
They was
available. Maxwell
cannibalizing
said things like,
humans,
"Oh, I
kids,
think he
all
likes
that,
you.
gang,
Aren't you
all
lucky?
that.
This is great." And
It was doing
put
that, bro.
whatever kind of spin on that you want.
He is possibly one of the worst humans in history. He's up there with the big eight. He's up there with the H. He up there with the H, bro. He's up there with the H. And you know what H I'm talking about? Hit. I'm talking about Hit. He's up there with Hit, man. One of the worst niggas in history. He probably got to be past Hit. This nigga's dead. Bro.
What I see personally is a victim being presented to someone with the obvious implication that they can
And
have her.
the thing is, he didn't get arrested one time.
These are very
one time he
serious
didn't get
allegations.
nothing.
They're not the only ones. The sole focus of the video
And Trump not even in jail either, and he was on the
So,
fucking
I'm
island.
not gonna read
What?
all
What
of
are we
them. The gist of
doing?
it is that there are incredibly damaging revelations about.
Look at all this shit. Bill Clinton. I don't know who the fuck Allen is. Alexander Guest, Gene, William Barr, Howard Lutnick.
How close Trump and Epstein were so far beyond what we've been told is true.
And then y'all heard about Trump. He was fucking to the top. They probably was. Y'all heard about I don't know if y'all heard, but I heard that like that nigga Trump was getting he was fucking to the top. And I'm not talking about girls, I'm talking about niggas. He was fucking niggas to the top, man.
It is no longer possible to hand wave
Glenn Dubin, Jess Staley, Leon Black, Les Wexner.
the files away as just a Democrat hoax. Pivoting back to the first two documents, I also want to point out something else. In between the spreadsheets and the accusations, we have emails in August of 2025. But the thing about these emails is that here we can see that they clearly acknowledge redacting a reporter's name, who explicitly is not a victim. Anthony Sibeli, I think is how you say it. While also
They cover a lot of shit up, man.
failing to redact an actual potential victim name, Leslie McMichael, in a further display of incompetence. Like I said previously, the video isn't focused solely on Donald Trump, but we're looking at well over 5,000 mentions of his name. That's only the
5,000.
searchable portions of the archive that they've indexed, which hasn't even all been released so far. Let's move on to someone else, okay? Arguably the largest individual catalyst who has been deliberately stoking speculation about Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein.
Bill
That
Clinton.
is Elon Musk.
Oh, Elon.
Elon has
Oh,
long
yeah,
been
Elon was on that
near
motherfucker
total
too.
Separation from Epstein. He claims that the photograph of him and Ghislaine Maxwell is just a photobomb that she perpetrated and he had no idea about it. He claims that he was
Nigga, you
invited
looking
to
at the
Epstein
camera.
Island but refused, and he desperately lashes
Shame on Sky News for this early misleading headline. Anyone pushing this false narrative deserves complete contempt. Epstein tried to get me to go to his island and I refused, yet they named me even before Prince Andrew, who did
out
visit.
that anyone
Nah,
who
nigga, you
insinuates
was there,
otherwise
nigga.
over
We-
the past
oh.
several months.
You
Quote,
there.
"Shame
You the
on
richest
Sky
nigga on the
News
world.
for
You the
this
richest nigga in the
utterly
world.
misleading headline.
Ain't
Anyone
he
pushing
ain't he the richest? Wait, ain't he or hold on. Or is that Kevin Gates? Who is the richest person in the world? Elon Musk. You the richest nigga in the world.
false
Come on.
narrative deserves complete contempt. Epstein
Come on.
tried to get me to go to his island, and I refused. Yet they
Nah.
named me even before Prince Andrew, who did visit.
Because
End quote.
it's like
Strong words,
once they
very
get
defensive, but it turns out
once they
that
get so much
actually have
power,
emails between Musk,
they
Epstein,
just
and
generally
Wilson,
end up
often of
like,
Epstein's assistants,
fuck it.
reading quote,
I'm doing
"Going to
whatever I
Epstein?
want.
Will be in the BVI/St. Bart's area over the holidays. Is there a good time to visit?" End quote. That's a little bit curious given his proclamations that Epstein invited him to the island, but let's read on. Epstein replies, "Any day 1st to 8th. Play it by ear if you want. Always space for you." After which Elon says, "Okay, probably the 1st then." They correspond back and forth a bit longer, but anyone who reads this conversation can decidedly say with certainty that Epstein was not asking Elon to go to his island. Elon was trying to go. Oh, that's not enough? Okay, I can understand that. Some people really drank the Kool-Aid.
You have
Here's
a
an
heroin?
email from Musk
hell
to
no.
Epstein after Epstein asks, "How many people will you be for the heli to the island?" saying, quote, "Probably just Tallulah and me." Tallulah was his wife at the time. "What day/night will be the wildest party on your island?" End quote. Epstein tried to get me to go to his island, and I refused. Okay, yeah.
10
Ultimately,
baddies.
for this particular set of exchanges, it doesn't look like Elon actually attended the party in 2012 or 2013, but a couple of months later, in February, we see this thread between Musk and Epstein,
Thanks for the
seemingly
tour.
indicating that Epstein
You will
was
have
given
fun at
some kind of
Xmas.
private tour of SpaceX. Interestingly, when it comes to Epstein receiving tours of various facilities, that's not
From
even the only example.
Jeffrey
Right here, with
Epstein.
this email, we can look at the
Since,
competence of the redaction team yet again, and it's really not good. In this particular
They
email
mad
from
weird,
March
bro.
of
Mad
2014,
weird. And
Epstein
the
is
thing is,
corresponding
the
with
thing is,
unknown-
the thing is, nobody's not gonna do nothing about it. They're not gonna do shit. Nothing's. These files being released and everybody reading all this shit and everybody looking at how much stuff they did to kids, eating humans, eating kids, and all that. Nothing's gonna be done about it because niggas is too high and powerful. What can we do? I don't know. Get these niggas going at least, bro. Of course, I never. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're the most popular people in the world, so shit cannot be done about it. But the thing is though, you gotta get these niggas gone. I'm just saying. Sometimes it calls for getting these niggas gone. You gotta get them gone, gang. You gotta do what you gotta do.
redacted individual. And yet, in this next
You
thread,
gotta take
document
niggas out, man.
0098580, we
We
can see
have
the
a
same
president
exact email.
That
This
was on the
time
island that was in
redacted,
kids and
Jim
shit.
Allen Jones. There is no justifiable or legal reason to be
This shit not
redacting
cool.
that man's name. Just for the sake of really hammering this point home so that even the
No. What about this hypothesis, a theory? What if Donald Trump getting ICE to take away all these Spanish people, Mexican people, all the immigrants, and all this and that, all the kids, all the adults, everything, and all the women is getting sent to some island, getting ready to do Operation Epstein 2.
brain dead fans of Elon Musk are still
Let's put like a chicken. Nah, oh yeah, my friend sent me that, but that shit nasty. Like, it's like, bro, what's wrong, man? Nigga look like yeah, that shit disgusting.
able to fully comprehend.
The kid
Let
was
me
like a
read one more
chicken.
email
That shit
thread before moving
disgusting,
on to
bro.
the next
That's
document.
that's nasty.
December of 2012, which for clarity's sake is after Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of
Yeah,
procuring
it's
a
gonna get
minor for
worse.
prostitution in 2008.
And Epstein even said in the interview that he was a child prey tier 1. You sure you nigga you not the max prestige or what?
Quote from Epstein.
'Cause you
are
is
welcome
bad.
To stay or just come for the day. Plenty of room. I will send heli to get you. End quote. To which Elon replies, "Do you have any parties planned? I've been working to the edge of sanity this year, and so once my kids head home after Christmas, I really want to hit the party scene in St. Bart's or elsewhere and let loose. The invitation is much appreciated, but a peaceful island experience is the opposite.
It tells you how
of what
people
I'm
can get away
looking
with
for."
anything as long as they have money. This
Still
is a
not
mad
finished,
dystopian.
By the way, Epstein replies,
Facts.
"Understood. I will see you on St. Barth. The ratio on my island might make Tallulah uncomfortable." End quote. After which Elon chimes in
Facts.
again, quote, "Ratio is not a problem for Tallulah." End quote. Honestly, I really don't think I have to spell it out here, but this is Elon Musk asking to join the most notorious pedophile in recent history on his personal island
nah,
to
I don't
let
think
loose
I think I seen that
deliberately
one. Like was she on the
requesting to
news
be there
saying
for the
like was it on the
wildest
news where she was saying like
and when
they're
Epstein
eating people,
indicates
they're eating people,
ratio
and they was
as in
recording her on the
a lot of
news,
young
and,
women
and they
who
put it
try to
on the
make
news or
Elon's
whatever.
wife
Is it that
uncomfortable,
or it's probably
Elon
some
says,
other shit? I didn't
not
see.
a problem. And this takes
I'm
place
I'm just now actually okay. Yeah, I seen that. I'm just now getting into this shit, and I probably really want to go into the rabbit hole of this whole fucking thing
years
because it's
after
crazy.
Epstein was convicted of sex crimes. Riddle me that one, Elon fans. Side point, here's two different versions of the same exact page that the DOJ uploaded. One of them redacts Elon's email address, the other redacts metadata. Combined, you can see the full page, obviously, thus rendering all of the redactions void, and they even shouldn't have been censored in the first place, so double whammy. Amazing. Now that we're talking about
Yeah.
billionaires,
All the rich
however,
people
let's
are
just
in the
keep
Illuminati.
talking about that precious class of person, the billionaires.
The Illuminati.
Remember Bill Gates, notoriously
That's something
close with
interesting to talk
Epstein
about
for like
too.
decades? Yeah. This email right here appears to show that Gates allegedly requested
Then they're probably
antibiotics
it's
from
probably
Epstein
something worse
so
than
he
the
could
Illuminati.
secretly give them to
Realistically,
Melinda after contracting an STD from Russian girls. Quote, to add insult to the injury, you then implore me to please delete the emails.
wow, look at this shit, y'all. This how you know it's real. Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. Reason: misinformation. See, niggas trying to get me gone.
Regarding
That's
your
alright.
STD,
You know what y'all be
that I
doing.
provide you antibiotics that you can surreptitiously give to Melinda and the description of your penis. You also made it clear
To add insult to the injury, you them implore to please delete the emails regarding your STD. STD. Nigga got a STD. Your request that I provide you antibiotics that can suppress it.
to me that I am not to refer to blank, as that is another topic that must remain between the two of us. End quote. I'm just going to throw this out there. Having secrets between you and Jeffrey Epstein that have to remain between the two of you doesn't look very good. In fact, it might make some people think that you're guilty of heinous crimes. Maybe. For context, by the way, speaking to Vanity Fair in March of 2022, Melinda Gates said, quote, I did not like that he had meetings with Jeffrey Epstein. No, I made that clear to him. Then saying, after meeting Epstein a single time, quote again, I regretted it the second I walked in the door. He was abhorrent. He was evil personified. My heart breaks for...
Oh, y'all, my friend told me that nigga Jeffrey Epstein can't go 2 hours without busting a nut. Y'all, he was having blue balls like crazy. Like, you can't go 2 hours without... Nigga, what's left in there? What if he was doing that shit the whole day?
those women, end quote. At various times afterwards, she heavily
And then
considers
love.
that association with Epstein was one of the factors behind their entire divorce. And if I had to speculate here, I would say that sharing secrets with Epstein and trying to sneak her antibiotics could hypothetically have caused a marriage to crumble. Jumping over to an entirely separate but distinctly kind of related topic, theories have been circulating for many, many years that Epstein was an agent of Israeli intelligence, Mossad. And
yeah, I heard about that too.
Here, a CHS report, confidential human source, directly claims that Donald Trump and Alan Dershowitz as well were co-opted.
Because my friend told me, I got the information from him that I'm finna say that JFK, when he got sniped and shit, that Israel was behind it. That Israel was behind it.
And compromised by Israel. I think it's worth noting that confidential human source intelligence is not a public tip line. It's a cultivated agency source working directly with the FBI prior to that point.
Hell nah, nigga, ain't gonna get no files to me.
It's a source, which doesn't necessarily mean it's true, by the way, but it's not a random phone call. This is a significantly
elevated like, bro, right? It's like, right? This nigga got 3 million files though.
Still, as with practically every single document, the DOJ
he could probably have more than 3 million. It's probably like,
looking at
nigga,
this,
he probably
right
got
here,
a bill.
You can see Harry Tenosodinbio, however the fuck you say that. That name is clearly visible right here, but then redacted in the very same line. This guy is an Indonesian billionaire politician, by the way, continuing the trend of billionaires being deeply associated with
Who the fuck
Epstein.
is this? And why would your mama name you this? Harry Tenosodinbio Dabijo. What the?
it's
Is he
difficult to
Asian?
emphasize
What is ethnicity? No.
just how pathetic it is to have the same name illegally redacted on one side, but left plainly visible on the other side of the same line of the same document. A child could quite literally do a better job of redacting these files. Not necessarily a billionaire, yet, I should say, but Howard Lutnick, Secretary of Commerce appointed by Trump himself, was also visiting Epstein's island as per these files, corresponding with Leslie Groff at the time. Once again, Leslie Groff was Epstein's assistant, and this happened in 2012, despite Lutnick in 2025 saying, quote, "In the 6 to 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house, my wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again," referring to Epstein, after an interaction from 2005. Don't believe me? Okay, sure. That's fine. Here's the actual video. It's a whole lot worse.
And we
Oh shit. Lock the fuck in.
left. And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house, my wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again. So I was never in the room with him socially, for business, or even philanthropy. If that guy was there, I wasn't going because he's gross.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's so bad that Howard Lutnick was directly emailing with Epstein and his assistant about going to lunch on the island in 2012, 7 years after he vowed to never be in the same room with him because he's gross. Really
Called your
put
bluff,
on that
nigga.
one, didn't he?
He called your
Moving
bluff.
on, we have Kevin Warsh, Trump's current pick to replace Jerome Powell as chairman of the Federal Reserve, who also apparently went visiting on the island for the very same party, making me wonder just how many people in the current administration were straight up friends with the guy well and
That's the fuck I'm saying. All these people that's high up and high and mighty, damn near talk to this nigga. What a god.
truly after his conviction in 2008. However, just to reiterate one of my sort of pillar arguments here,
What a casting it on a damn. No, man, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
the greatest blunder by far are the redactions. Frankly, I'm honestly baffled. They redacted a fucking Wikipedia article from 2022 about Trump. Look here. This is an archived version from the exact same time period.
All right, this
where
is
they
like,
took
bro.
out words in the DOJ files like Italia, DC, and Stone, as in Roger Stone, despite his name appearing 7 other times in the same article. You could not possibly fuck up these redactions any worse if you literally tried to. It's straight up insane how many completely unnecessary and totally irrelevant redactions are in these files. Not to mention the stuff that they just messed up.
They're trying to
failed
hide
to
shit
do.
big, like
How about
big
this? Here's
shit.
another troubling exchange. Email from Epstein to an unknown individual. Quote, "Where are you? Are you okay? I loved the torture video." To which
What? What we talking about? What we talking about? Man? What is we talking about? What we talking about, man? What we? Yo. What is nigga saying?
the unknown person replies that they're
Oh
in
my
China.
god.
Epstein then says, "Hope to see you." Alarmingly, that's
No!
not the only mention of torture, because in September of 2011, we have these emails between a man named Tancredi Marchiolo and Epstein, in which Epstein says,
What would you like me to do to your friend?
quote, "What would you like me to do with your friend? Do you want me to try to do her or just torture her?" Tancredi Salvatore Marchiolo, as far as I can tell, is a hedge fund guy, formerly a partner at Bremner Capital, and now potentially working at a place called Harbor V Limited as a director after using a slightly different name in the filings. Not entirely sure who this guy
Why
is.
we not knocking
but
these
he showed
niggas
up a
off
lot
the
in these
earth,
files
man?
Directly with Epstein, like well over
Why?
1,000 mentions. Going on a bit of a tangent right now, some people may not be fully aware of the scope here. This isn't just Epstein and a few friends, and I care more about these other policies. This is a collection of the richest and most powerful people in the entire world.
I just like I
who enabled and
said.
perpetuated the abuse for years. Here's another interesting bit. This is an email chain between Epstein and the Russian deputy economic minister at the time, Sergei Belyakov. Quote from Epstein: "How are you? I need a favor. There is a Russian girl from Moscow, blank, attempting to blackmail a group of powerful businessmen in New York. It is bad for business for everyone involved. She arrived in New York Saturday or last week staying
Bro,
blank."
that
And-
business shit
and
can.
the reply that he gets says, quote, "Give me a few days to get information about her," followed by, "Hi, Jeffrey. Tomorrow I'm meeting with a guy who knows her / about her. If you have any details about case you have mentioned, it could help," end quote. In response, Epstein says, "Saying powerful men taking advantage of women like her, etc." And I don't know what eventually happened to this poor girl, but I really don't think that they just bought her donuts and said, "Hey, please stop." We are being told by the Trump
They did the most worst shit that they could do.
administration, with their intentionally compromised law enforcement agencies, that there was no blackmail ring.
This
Epstein
nigga's
was
bad,
alone.
bro.
There were no other prosecutable leads, no other perpetrators to
And the
investigate.
thing is it was like we don't know like I'm not gonna say it started when the day the nigga was born, but it's like he had to start when like he was at least 18 years old. 18 plus. Gotta be.
or involved or trafficking to anyone or by anyone, and that we should shut
Probably
up,
these
stop
niggas
asking
probably started
questions.
dead like he was
FBI
young, nigga.
director has been saying that. The attorney general has been saying that. All of his top officials are backing him when they say that there's nothing to see. Meanwhile, we have literal correspondence between Epstein and Russian officials about a young woman blackmailing powerful businessmen because they took advantage of her, which was the entire premise of what Epstein did. And yet, also this Tancredi Marchiolo guy, I mean, you have people corresponding with Epstein thousands of times saying that they're giving and receiving torture videos from him, right? And yet, somehow this painfully self-evident spiderweb of perpetrators and their sick, twisted social network have faced zero consequences. The Epstein Files may not result in widespread accountability, okay? Dejectedly, I'm accepting that.
Yeah,
fact. But
I
the
can
one
see
thing
it.
that they have done is pull back the curtain for a whole lot of people on who exactly runs the world. They're not like you and me. They're fucking evil. I could go on and on and on, so for the sake of the video not being 10 hours long, here's one final critical document.
Evil niggas,
If
bro.
you search during the first party in the DOJ archive, you get 3 items. One in dataset 9 and
The doe was strapped down to was stripped down to her underwear and give a massage to Epstein. Doe was asked to strip down to her underwear.
2 in dataset 10. This is an extremely graphic accusation against Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein.
I need to read it. Referred to her after as and was urged to return to attend a party hosted by Epstein so that Doe can meet important people in that field of work who could help her break into a modeling career. Victoria's Secret. Doe was also told that she would be paid for attending the party. Blank emailed Doe a buddy pass plane ticket to fly her back. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. To fly her back to NY. Doe attended 4 of these parties and was paid around $500 for attendance. Instructed Doe to use the name blank at these parties. During the first party, Doe was asked to strip down to her underwear and give a massage to Epstein. Doe was asked by Epstein to do a I'm not gonna say it, but you see it. SS acts, but she refused. Doe was later asked to massage the penis of Epstein's guest Trump with her hands. Doe was told that this is what she had to do in order to get a job, and Doe complied. During the second party, Doe was asked to perform oral S on Trump and complied. During the third party, Doe was made to perform oral S on Trump with another young girl named Blank. During the fourth visit, Doe was R-worded by Trump, vaginally penetrating Doe with his with his penis. Epstein was angry that Trump was the one to take Doe's virginity, and then went on to R Doe by vaginal and whoa. and butt penetration with his demons, with his die. Doe struggled and was struck by both men during the assault. Doe was then threatened with violence by both men to not make any report of what happened. Will make you disappear like blink. They making niggas disappear. Doe was not paid for this final party. Doe remained in contact with after the final party and Blank was regretful of what happened to Doe. A job was to recruit young girls to attend Epstein's parties with the knowledge that they would be coerced into sexual activity. Stated that Blank would have records of those visits. This shit nasty. That's what I'm saying, nigga. The Kardashians made niggas disappear. Nigga, you like niggas just so people are so high and mighty that you could just gone. Snap niggas off the face of the earth. Just gone. On damn. I'm slow. I forgot what month that is. No. I'm doing. That's April. On April 26th, on April 26th, 2016, Doe put together a complaint against Epstein and Trump on her own under the name she was given to use at the parties. Blame Blank stated that Doe's case was dismissed because Doe incorrectly filed the complaint as a civil rights violation on I think it's no June 20th 2016 took up the case. Blank took up the case and filed the complaint again under a different approach. Summons have been issued in order.
Alleging a victim that was only 13 years old. And each
She's
of
only
these
13?
documents has different redactions. Document 1 has
Oh! Tiffany. So Tiffany was there. Some other girl.
case number and half of the names redacted. Document 2 redacts the names, but not the address or the case number. And document 3 only redacts half of the address and the case number, but not the names. Collectively, in my view, these 3 documents perfectly exemplify the incompetence of the Epstein cover-up. All 3 of them fail, in every single conceivable sense of the word, to not only uphold the law as ordered by Congress, but also to protect personal information and the identities of potential victims, while also over-redacting the case number with no justification in a triple threat display.
That's my grind time right now. I gotta grind right now, man. I'm down, but failure. I gotta be up
this
soon.
Administration is a corrupt, incompetent circus. Genuinely, the only thing that I can think of now is that they used an AI program to do these redactions. Unironically, I think that's like the most likely situation.
Probably makes sense, to get it done quickly. Because like
redacted. Fragments of public Wikipedia articles censored, with so many duplicate documents that all have different.
It's a hot topic right now. So
everybody gets hyperbolic. It's just YouTube. Like I understand that totally, but this is the most pathetic display I have ever seen from the United States government. As kids, even as young adults for that matter, people often think, well, it's a big official agency, therefore they must have at least some experts in the room, and it makes sense. Why wouldn't they? We get caught in this sort of intellectual trap of assuming that people in those positions of authority are somehow deserving of that position. By nature of them having it, they must be, right? But the sad reality is that the people running this country right now at the highest levels of government and law enforcement and civil service are fucking morons. They're corrupt, self-dealing, manipulative snakes who lie about their associations, their motives, and their history, where the only solution, in my opinion, is to jail them. I doubt it's ever going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. This shit probably like minimal shit though. Realistically, it's probably minimal shit because it's too many. It's too many. Let's watch another one.
On January 30th, 2026, the Department of Justice released over, I think it was 3.5 million pages of the Jeffrey Epstein documents.
Oh, we got more information.
Is an internal FBI email. I think it was from August 28th, 2019. And you're not going to believe what's in this email. And let's just say it kind of proves the whole premise of this video correct. But we're going to start with that and work our way backwards. So in this interview, I'm just going to read it because I don't think there's any room for speculation. And some of the things in here are too hot for YouTube. So I'm going to have to blank out some of the words, unfortunately, but that's the
Yes.
nature of this. The subject line of this email is interview with a purported Epstein victim. A male
Oh
victim.
gosh. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get my food and I'm gonna come right back. Grandma cut some chicken. I like chicken. All right, y'all, I'm back. I bet. Let's get back into it. Come on.
And he described what he
Let's,
witnessed.
let's,
On
let's
a
do this
yacht.
one, then we're gonna call
What
it.
did he describe? Well, if you follow this channel, you probably already know because we've been talking about this.
I'm
For
gonna
a
be
long
eating.
time.
I'm gonna be
And we're
eating,
not
y'all.
the
I'm
only
gonna be eating.
ones, by the way. This is something that has been, let's just say, suppressed in the mainstream. They like to paint this picture as totally false. There is nothing factual
Facts.
about it. And
Facts.
people who bring it up have something wrong with them.
Facts.
Except that couldn't be farther from the truth. And we're going to prove that in this video. So what did he witness? What did he witness on that yacht that fateful day that these FBI agents are talking about in this internal email? Well, he witnessed, let's just say, babies being...
Wait, what are you saying? Don't say it. Don't say it.
They witnessed babies that were being unalived, and pieces of those were removed from them and consumed. Let's just say that, all right? And guys, I just want to be clear.
And I'm eating. This shit, them niggas is nasty. Damn.
I'm not saying this actually happened. What I'm saying is this is in the Jeffrey.
No,
Epstein
it happened.
email. So
It happened. I don't give a
whether
fuck.
or
It
not
happened.
this
It happened.
You be the judge. I'm just presenting to you what's in the emails. But it doesn't stop there, because this man, this victim, described it as a ritualistic sacrifice. He even said that his own feet were cut with a scimitar. And guys, here's the crazy part. Again, I'm not saying whether this is true or not. I'm just saying it's simply in the files. This man, he named George H.W. Bush. And we know he was in Skull and Bones, and he's been accused of being let's just say, involved with some pretty shady things. So whether or not that's true, that's up to you. But the FBI agent's written response to his colleague says something like this. He said, "I didn't realize Bush him too." And the fact that he used the word "too," the FBI agent used the word "too" in this email, in my opinion, it indicates that there were others that were implicated in this, and the FBI knew the names of those other people. Now, why those emails aren't released with this batch, who knows? And, this whole new batch of Epstein emails, it doesn't really prove too much because, again, a lot of the stuff is totally redacted. There's whole black pages, and there's a lot of stuff that's just mysteriously missing from it. But with over 3 million files released, with over 3 million documents released, I think it's going to take a while for people to go through it and to really dig up the true meat of this, right? So where am I going with this? Well, I found something extremely interesting, a documented event that took place halfway around the world in Australia. And this event seemingly links together what the Epstein Files talk about with what the media denies.
Like, bro, that shit nasty, bro. Come on. It's
it's
only so much I can say because it's just like, it's just
a long time.
Ew.
What am I talking about? Well, in November 2025, Australian police arrested 4 men in Sydney for what they called, and guys, I'm quoting directly here, for what they called the, quote, international satanic child ring. Now, this investigation is called Strike Force Constantine. It remains active today, right now, as you watch this video. This isn't a conspiracy theory.
Nah, don't have that nigga face. We gotta see the nigga face. We gotta see niggas' faces game, because at the end of the day, game, you niggas gotta be put down like a bad dog. You gotta be put down like a bad dog. I don't care. Like, you gotta be put down like a bad dog. You niggas is nasty, gang. Like, and the fact that people do this shit in real life, you're disgusting. You going down there, not up there, down here.
It's not a cold case. It is an active case right now. But here's the thing. The official narrative that they want us to believe anyway, is that this is just mass hysteria. It's the satanic panic. It's been exposed, debunked, and discredited decades ago. And the only people that believe that now are conspiracy theorists. But what if the story that they
fuck out of here?
What if that story that the whole satanic panic thing was just debunked and discredited? What if that's not the whole story? What if the whole story is far darker and far more, let's just say, evil than the mainstream media would like people to believe? Now, before I get into what we're going to be talking about in this video,
fuck out of here.
I'm going to show you a clip. This is a short clip. I think it's like 2 minutes long. It's from an interview I did with a man named Russ Dizdar. Now, those of you who watch my channel regularly probably have seen this clip before, but I want to insert it here because it's extremely relevant to this conversation, what we just talked about, and what we are going to be talking about. So watch this clip with Russ Dizdar, and I'll see you afterwards.
Well, see, first of all, it's normal when you go to the Old Testament, Moloch and the Baals, they wanted the baby, the children. Explained to me by Satanists because it's a higher level of blasphemy to God, against God. It's and for some reason the demons love bringing that kind of harm. We look at a child and automatically we're going to protect them, save them, guard them, whatever.
That is facts. You look at a kid. The kid is like one of the most important things, because that's a kid. The kid don't know nothing. A kid has not lived. It's like It's a baby. It has no self awareness. It doesn't know that it's alive and hey, I got shit to do. No. It goes through its journeys, it goes through its stages. So when we see a kid in danger, nigga, we put our bodies on the line for a kid. Dead ass though. So I can understand why that would be dead ass blasphemy to my lord.
Things. They look at a child, they'd eat it alive, they destroy it, they'd torture it. Gotta remember that's their nature.
Oh my
And
god.
so if they could show more of their nature to a defenseless child, they love that. That's why some rituals are called demon revels or satanic revels. The younger the child, here's exactly what dark undergrounders have said to me in rituals. The younger, the better. And we never kill right away. We prolong the torture. Why? Because we have to raise the energies, the terror, the
My fault, y'all. But what the fuck? What? The younger the better. So you mean to tell me like if it's like months?
fear, and then little by little letting some blood out because blood is the and all that torment. It's like think in terms of rats and garbage.
Right.
Smelly old garbage draws the rats.
Right.
A ritual with all that torture, with all that pain,
It draws them
ultimately
there.
prescribed by the demons in the first place.
It draws them there.
them. And once they begin to open the blood gate, that's what they attach to in the context ritual. Then when a child or a human is, that's when the demons are released to the practitioners. So it's all about their unsatiable hatred of God. Anything they can do to harm humanity, harm innocence as an attack on God in a sense.
Wow.
There's no question in their nature, they don't shed a tear. They don't have any mercy.
Wow.
So they'll harm, and they love that as part of the entrance to come into the side.
It really is unbelievable to think that there's people that can do that without any. I mean, like you were saying yesterday.
It's like you don't. You don't.
You must have.
There's times.
Knees, just like
Well, there's
the power.
there's some people right now. It's like good news is we're working with some people, law enforcement people that are going to go after him, and praise God if they get jailed. I even told.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna be real. If I was sent on a mission to go get one of these niggas, I'm not bringing them back alive. I will go to jail for it. I'm blowing this nigga. I'm blowing it. I'm blowing it off. I'm blowing it off. If you know what I mean, I'm blowing it off. It's gonna get boy. Because what the fuck? I will have no remorse. I can't. And it's not gonna be in me to do it. It's not gonna be in me to have remorse.
Because we realize this, like that, Satanist ritualistic pedophiles, they don't stop until they get stopped.
For many in the United States,
You feel what I'm saying?
it's much more convenient. It feels better to deny that Satanism is rampant in America and Canada. It feels better to deny that we have young people by the millions now captivated in something that can make killers out of them. And yet, my friend, right now, there are over 12 million teenagers and younger children who are now involved in the occult in one way or another. And denying it isn't going to make any difference. See, whether you believe in occultism, whether you believe that Satan has power, whether you believe that Satan can give you the things that he's promising these kids, that's immaterial, my friend, because they believe it.
So if you're under the age of 40, you probably learned about the satanic panic the same way that everybody else did, right? It was just nothing but hysterical parents. It was overzealous prosecutors and fundamental religious people who were, ruining the lives of innocent people, saying that they were involved with these things when they really weren't. But here's the thing, guys. There are pieces of evidence, there are documents that nobody has seen. Well, I should say people have seen, but most people haven't seen. And I would say that the majority of the public, they have never seen this. They've never heard about it. And when they do find out about it, they're shocked that they can't believe it even exists. 4 years before the FBI published their famous debunking of, satanic ritual abuse and satanic panic, all this stuff. They tried to debunk it, right? 4 years before that, what happened? The United States Department of Justice released a law enforcement training manual called what? Those of you that know, put it in the comments. It was called Satanic Cult Awareness. Now, one of the contributors to this document was a detective with the San Francisco Police Department. I think it was the first recognized law enforcement specialist that was into the occult, or not into the occult, but specialized in the occult, I should say, in occult crimes. And the thing about this document, too, the United States Defense Investigative Service, I believe it is, they reviewed it and they approved it. And not only that, a bunch of other career investigators.
They do isolation, hypnosis, per group pressure, love bombing, removal of privacy, sleep deprivation of in fatigue games, meta communication, no questions, confusing, and this is these are code techniques of psychological manipulation. What the fuck? Rejection of old values and
A bunch
shit.
of other career investigators,
They got guilt, fear, chanting and singing, disinhabitation, change of diet, controlled approval, dress, flaunting, heresy, finger pointing, replacement of relationships, financial
teamed
commitment.
together to write this document.
Oh,
So it
shit's
wasn't just
crazy.
one person pulling all of this stuff out of thin air. No, this was a coordinated effort to gather intelligence, to gather information, and to piece together things that were kind of fragmented and bring it all together into one unified document so that people like, i.e., law enforcement officers who may or may not come in contact with these types of crimes would be better equipped to handle them based on, what's in this document. And the document also goes on to say that the crimes, they're vicious, they're revolting, and they create fear in whatever community they take place in. So think about this, right? So what does this mean? Think about this. It means that the federal government, it trained the police across the country to investigate satanic ritual crimes. Officially, on the record. Okay?
Wow.
This isn't a conspiracy theory. It never was, and it never will be. The fact is that they're trying to cover this whole thing up in a way that discredits it. So whenever somebody might bring up the claims in the future, they're laughed at in the same way that they used to laugh at the UFO people. Like I said, this DOJ manual is pretty long, Satanic Cult Awareness. I think it runs like 47, 48 pages, something like that. It's a pretty long document. And it lists different types of abuse that these Satanists do to their victims.
Wow.
Physical confinement in cages, sexual torture, forced witness of murder, brainwashing, near-death experiences that are used as control mechanisms. So basically, psychological torture.
Wait, hold on. I'm looking at this shit. It's okay. Whoa, y'all, this shit's crazy. It says any age with the kidnapping and all that shit. Then they say the grand climax 5 weeks and 1 day after spring equinox, whatever that shit is. Sexual activity, oral and or vaginal sex, female human sex. Oh my god. Sacrifice can be a child, any age, male or female. Blood, animal, human. Oh god.
Fracturing of personalities, like all the things that people have been saying that they've been doing forever, right? And this document also lists 32 different occult-related, like homicide clues for crime scene investigators, so that when they're investigating a murder or investigating whatever, if they come across these clues in a specific way, it might point them to say, hey, this isn't just, a random murder. This is a ritualistic murder, and it was done by a group of people. And understand this, people. This wasn't theory. This was training material. Yet the mainstream media says it's all fake. All right. So there's a shift, there's a disconnect. Something changed. And it was in 1992, I think, was the year where everything did change. And there was a FBI special agent by the name of Kenneth Landing, I think it was. Kenneth Landing. Yeah. He published this report. So, and what was his conclusion in this report? Well, I think his conclusion went something like this. There's little to no corroborating evidence for organized ritualistic satanic abuse.
This
something
is
like
nasty,
that.
dude.
He chalked it all up to false memories, contaminated interviews, and like mass hysteria. And Newsweek, they ran with it. New York Times, they ran with it. All of the major media companies ran with it. And they propped this whole document up and said, look, satanic panic. It's not real. This whole thing is fake. It's all just mass hysteria. You guys can all calm down now. These things actually didn't happen, and go and watch football. All right, distract yourselves.
The
Like-
FBI's 1988 Uniform Crime Report indicates more than 18,000 murder investigations during that year, and 26% of those murders were listed as bizarre or ritualistic. In that same year, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children listed more than 9,000 unresolved cases of missing children. The National Clearinghouse on Satanic Crime in America estimates 50% of the cases of missing children and bizarre murders may be linked directly to satanic and other occult organizations.
Holy shit.
It is common for these groups to kidnap their victims, usually infants and young children, from hospitals, orphanages, shopping centers, or off the streets. Others live and die without a trace. This is because some children are born to cult members and later killed, so there are no records of their births or deaths.
Oh my God.
Inmate interviews conducted by Professor Al Carlisle of the Utah State Prison System show that lawbreakers are heavily involved in the occult. There may be as many as 60,000 human sacrifices per year in this country, according to Professor Carlisle, and there is a distinct correlation, he says, with these human sacrifices and the high number of missing persons. This is because some satanic groups dispose of their victim by dismembering the body and cremating the remains, eliminating any possibilities for identification. Members of satanic and occult groups come from all walks of life. Many are highly intelligent individuals. Michael A. Aquino, senior initiate and founder of the Temple of Set in San Francisco, is also a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army Reserve. He's received a top-secret security clearance to attend the National Defense University in Washington, D.C. Anton Sandor LaVey, founder of the
This shit
Church
is
of
crazy,
Satan,
bro.
was once a circus lion tamer.
This shit is crazy.
These charismatic leaders, and many like them, seek out others who have a high degree of intelligence.
So anyway, guys, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about this document? Do you think the Epstein document, do you think it's legit?
Whoa. Hold on. Whoa. I didn't see the. It says he was a victim of a type of ritualistic sacrifice in which his feet were cut with a scimitar but left no scarring. On the yacht, he witnessed babies being dismembered, their intestines removed, and individuals eating the faces from these
This document.
George Bush.
Do you think the Epstein document, do you think it's legit? Or do you think it's just some crazy guy who came, walked into like an FBI station and was like, hey, I have some dirt on Epstein, let me write a report? Because I guess that's theoretically possible too. It's possible that that's just, some random...
Well, $3 million though, you can't,
not
like, come
credible
on.
person who's just making stuff up. But I ask you this, if it's not credible, if this document, the one from the Epstein Files, is fake, if it's just, the musings of a crazy person, well then why would the FBI put it into the Epstein Files? Why would it be a classified part of the Epstein Files? It just got released. Why? Doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense at all. If it was fake, they would probably just laugh when the guy left. They're not going to file this report. They're going to laugh at him, and they're going to ridicule him when he leaves. So, bottom line, guys, what do you think? Put it in the comments below. I'm curious to hear your opinions on this. Thank you for watching this video. We will see you guys next time, and God bless you all.
Bro, these niggas is crazy, bro. Make sure you protect yourself. Protect your kids, protect your family, protect everybody that you love. This shit is crazy, man. God damn. With that being said, y'all, I'm gonna end the stream right here. I hope y'all guys enjoyed this shit. This shit is crazy. We probably gonna come back tomorrow.